Take two. Hi everybody, Indigo Twin here. Hope everybody's been well this week and we've been doing all our work. I have the reading here for the up and coming week, beginning the 3rd of October to the 9th of October. It's really quite interesting. It's quite a bit different from last week's. Now, last week's we had a few of the same cards that we've got here this week. However, there's a few changes, a few really interesting changes actually, which I will go through as we go along. But we've got a few different placements, and that is more about where they are. So you might recognise a few of the cards now if you've been listening, been with me for a while now. You might recognise some of the cards that we've actually got in front of us. However, for those who haven't, I often go through the cards and explain a little bit about what they are. So the cards I'm using today are the Cartouche cards, and there's a book, it's The Way of Cartouche by Murray Hope. Now, I've been using these cards for a number of years, quite a couple of decades actually, and I really found the relevance in how they can sort of look at twin flame soulmate partnerships. So anyway, just to explain, we have masculine happening down this row, partnership in the middle, and I have feminine on the right. So let's have a look, shall we, at what is going on in this up and coming week. Now, first of all, you may recognise the Cyrus card, which will go into the masculine. This one came up, and I, if you go back to, was it last week, the week before, where I did a very long explanation of what the Cyrus card actually is. So what does that mean? So again, we're looking at sort of the immediate past, sort of what's going on now, and then sort of looking at towards the future here in a roundabout way. So I'm not saying that this is the beginning of the week, the middle and the end, but it kind of works in what's the energies we're carrying forward from this week, what we're working on, and then sort of what we're working towards. So with the Cyrus card, so the Cyrus card is actually the sacred star of the ancients. It's all about adventure, physical strength, breadth of vision, endurance, and entering into the unknown. So what that's saying to me about the masculine is that he's actually he's on this path. The masculine is really, for better words, it's almost like the masculine is doing a lot of work behind the scenes. So behind the scenes in this sense is really about what he's doing in the 5D. So on a spiritual level, the masculine is getting in touch with the God force and sort of life that's happening, really, really going into himself. So that's where I've seen where he's been doing the work, which makes sense coming off his growth with sacrifice last week that came up. So again, and we've had, the masculine has had the air card over the last couple of weeks as well. And we also, the feminine had that last week in the very same position right here. So what is air about? Air is all about communication, intellect, it's about spirituality. And what, again, where that relates is I get a strong sense that the masculine is really, really going into himself. So is that good news or is it bad news? Good news, good news. Maybe bad news on a 3D level because there may not be a lot of contact. However, it is showing me that he really is working on what he needs to work on. So that's really, really important here. So he's doing the work. He's really doing the work on a 5D level, which is very good. Now, I'm going to go straight down. When I laid out these cards today and I prayed over them as I do and shuffled them, I will place the cards as Spirit shows me. So it might mean that I will put a card here, next one might end up here, and so forth. Interestingly enough, this was very, very straightforward. Just masculine, partnership, feminine, straight down the line. So I think that's basically what I'm being guided to give you the information straight down the line here. So and based on these cards, I will be actually doing it exactly in that way. So I'm really going to focus on, and then I'll show you the connections afterwards. Now we have Anubis. Now Anubis, remember, is about protection at all levels. He's the guardian, the opening of the ways. Is navigation, guidance through difficulties. So I get the strong sense with the masculine, they're really looking at, being guided here. So Anubis is very much a jackal, or the hunting dog. Okay, so we have the jackal here. Now, sometimes that's associated with evil. However, it's not in the Cartouche cards at all. It's very much about diplomacy, the protection. So he is actually the divine gesture as well. So there's a bit of humor around that. And it's almost like saying to me that the masculine's been doing all this work, getting all this communication through spirit and really going down deep within himself on a subconscious level, clearing out the cobwebs on a conscious level, and sort of almost saying, okay, all right, I'm getting this gig. I'm getting this. I know what this is all about, and sort of laughing to himself going, yep, all right, I got this. Now, interestingly enough, what I'm getting from this is that the masculine is really on that subconscious, is reaching out. He's really reaching out to his feminine counterpart. And the important thing is that because he's doing it on a 5D level, that's where the feminine really needs to sort of be. And I will, as I said, I will get to the feminine because there's a lot of things going there. And you may notice there's this big red card. And it's a card that's not come up yet before in any of my readings that I've been doing so far on YouTube. So we'll get there. Now let's just go down to the partnership. I really want to focus on the partnership because that is very important. We have the fire card here. Okay, so what does the fire card represent? So of the obvious, it's burning the bridges, burning things that no longer serve us. Now, and as far as the partnership goes, that is fantastic. It means that specifically, particularly on a 5D level, we are burning up the past. We're getting rid of the old templates. We're really going forward and getting the work done. And both masculine and feminine have really been going towards that. So it's like the phoenix rising from the ashes. Okay, this is what this card is all about. The fire card is the phoenix rising from the ashes. Okay, so you can see we've got the fire coming out from the pot there. Okay, now the fire card is actually, again, it's another son of Horus. So and that's like the jackal. Okay, so going into what's going on here, we have the Tah card. Now, the Tah card is about work. Okay, we've got the old stonemasons symbols here. Okay, right, so what that means is work. There still needs to be a lot of work done. Okay, there's still work. It's progressing. However, there still needs to be some more done. Now, I'm going to leave this card a little bit for now just to let you know where the partnership is at, because this actually really relates to what's going on between the feminine and the masculine. So we'll just leave that one for a moment, and we'll definitely get back to that one in time. Now, I don't believe we've had the Hatha card. We may have come up, maybe a while ago now. The Hatha. It's a goddess of beauty. Okay, it's a mirror. Interesting. A mirror should be coming up for the twin flames. Okay, a twin flame partnership is the mirror. We have whatever we do, whether it be on a 3D level or a 5D level, we are a mirror. What the masculine does reflects back to the feminine. What the feminine does reflects back to the masculine. It always, always works that way. If your energy's low, so is his. If your energy is high vibrational, so is his. And you may notice that. And it's good to actually, sometimes I've spoken to a number of people, when I've had private readings, and I've said, look, and I'll say this to you all today, just experiment with this. When you lift yourself up to a very high vibrational energy where it's all about unconditional love and really, really letting go of the ego, I can guarantee 9 times out of 10, 9.99 times out of 10, there will be some form of communication between yourself and your twin. Be it on the 5D, be it on the 3D, you will connect more with your twin if you are at a high vibration. It's a mirror. It's a mirror. What you do reflects back. Okay, that is really important in this. Everything that you do will come back and reflect what's going on with your twin. Okay, just rest in that. Just remember that. Just rest in that energy for now. Okay? Hatha is a goddess carrying the mirror. An exercise that I did this week with someone was all about the mirror. Next time you look in the mirror and you're looking at you, think about how wonderful you are. Really go in that. Now, who you're looking at in that mirror is your twin. You're looking into their soul. Through your eyes, you are looking at them. And if you absolutely adore your twin and think they're absolutely the most gorgeous, beautiful person on this earth, you need to reflect that. You need to also love yourself for the gorgeous, beautiful human being that you are. Never doubt yourself. Because when you doubt yourself, when you look at yourself as being ugly or missing something, then you're reflecting that towards your twin. And that is the honest truth. I know that from personal experience. I know that with the clients that I work with on several occasions. Okay, moving on to the feminine. We have the Earth. The Earth card, another son of Horus. Geez, we have 3 sons of Horus here. All we're missing is the water this week. So no fluid emotions happening this week. We're grounding. We are grounding. Feminines are grounding. Interestingly enough, the feminines are grounding. We're going down into the lower chakra energy. The masculines, however, are going up higher. They're going up to the higher chakras, okay? Feminines are grounded in the 3D, masculines are working in the higher dimensions, subconscious, conscious level. This is what's going on, which is great because there's a beautiful alchemical balance happening here. And in that same token, what's going on is we are burning past, we're breaking karmic ties, we're getting rid of old templates. We are the phoenix rising from the ashes. Now, the red card. You're probably thinking, what is this card all about? Okay, I've mentioned him, Set. I've mentioned him a lot in previous readings. He has not come up. This is the first time that I've seen him come up in these actual YouTube readings that I'm doing for the collective twin flame soul partnerships. Here he is. Who is Set? Okay. As I've mentioned before, Set is the brother who actually killed Osiris because he wanted to take power. He wanted to be the powerful one. So in order to do that, he needed to destroy Osiris. Now, Osiris is the God force. He's the one. He's the divine. Isis, his partner, the two twin flames in ancient Egyptian times. Okay, if you often look at various deities and things like that, Osiris and Isis are those. So, what we had was Set basically destroyed Osiris, pulled him to bits, took him out far away, and it was Isis who actually saved Osiris in the end by actually doing her, because she had power, she was able to perform rituals that actually helped bring Osiris back to life, and therefore they actually gave birth to Horus, their son. Now, what does this card mean? This card means delays, problems at all levels. Okay, don't be alarmed by that. What that is telling me merely, and what I'm being told here, is that don't let this dissuade you. Because what's happening is that over here, because the masculine's been doing all this higher dimensional work, with the air card here, the chances are that there is going to be communication. Probably a lot more communication than there has been for those of you who have been in that so-called separation phase. There's like a coming forward from the masculine. However, the thing for us to remember here, do not for a moment take that for granted and try and move this partnership into the 3D. By no means should we even try to move it into the 3D. What do I mean by that? I mean, okay, the communication's happening. Masculine twin is stepping forward. Female twin is really happy. She's grounded. He's there. We've got a beautiful balance. He's stepping forward. The work is being done. Everyone's happy. And then we become complacent. Okay, so we're in our bubble. We're in our beautiful bubble again. And perhaps for a lot of you, it may be an actual physical union or reunion. So you're in your bubble and everything's going okay. And you go, all right, all is well right now. I don't have to worry about a thing. My twin is here. Everything is great. Everything is wonderful. That's okay. I don't need to do any work today. I won't meditate. I won't get into the high vibrational energies. I'll just sit back and relax. And we're on a honeymoon. It's okay. This card is saying to you, no, it's not okay to rest on your laurels. It's not okay, because the moment you step back and stop doing the energy work, stop working towards the mission, and stop seeing the vision of the mission, because this is what we're all here for. If you want to be in a 3D relationship and you are actually saying, okay, that's what I want, then this is not for you. And I know that sounds really blunt, but twin flame partnerships are all about the mission. What we do, our light working, bringing this down, changing old templates, unconditional love. This is what the twin flame partnership is about. We cannot for a moment stop this. Yes, we're still going to, I'm not saying we're not going to have wonderful, beautiful, unconditional love, physical togetherness, and that's the ultimate. Yes, of course, that's all part of it. But we still, even when we are in union, we still have the work. And I'm sure a lot of you who are actually listening to me today have listened to many other twin flames and understand that we are on mission. Okay, this is all about the mission. Do not forget, Set is the prince of darkness, the shadow side. Okay? We cannot. He's the enemy of both Osiris and Horus. Okay? We cannot for a moment stop and allow those dark energies to come in. The moment we stop doing our healing work, doing our energy clearing work, that's when the dark forces will start to try and permeate into our physical being as well as our emotional being. Okay, so we do not for a second want to do that. We really don't. Now, in saying that as well, because of this, what I can say is that should there be this communication, now it could be through messages, could be through video chats, could be through physical reunion, whatever it is, be grateful. Be grateful. Show gratitude. Show gratitude for the fact that you've actually had the communication or the union or the physical togetherness. Be absolutely 100% grateful for that. Because this is what this is all about. Gratitude is key here. Gratitude is absolute key. We cannot for a moment step back and not express our gratitude to the higher beings, to our guides. Gratitude and appreciation. This is what this card is all about. Okay? It is, the difficulties are more of an abstract nature. Okay? And that's why I'm saying, okay, if we allow ourselves to step back and don't show the gratitude or appreciation, then it is these dark energies that will hold us back. Okay? It's all about the states of our mind. It's the ego. It really is. Okay? This is all about the lessons. Okay? It might be irritating. There might be some irritating upsets. Okay? It also can mean that there's outside influences. Now, outside influences could be, for example, some karmic wounds that we need healing. So people who are still in our lives, maybe that could be old partners, ex-spouses, current spouses. They all have a play in this. So that could be causing the delays of you becoming more closer and more in union with your twin as well. However, also on a material nature, this could mean there, at the moment here, We're having extreme weather. I mean, we're supposed to be coming into our springtime down here in the southern hemisphere, and most of the country is experiencing storms and power outages in one of our cities during the week, where a whole city virtually had to shut down. Extreme winds, roofs being blown off, you name it. So this can also signify on a material level, mundane level, that there could be things whereby something is pulling you away. Now it could be that something has happened, something in your world, whether it be around your work, around your home, around your family, that actually is pulling you away from the union at the moment. Okay, so this is very important, and that's why it's so important to keep up. No matter what happens, if you can even spend a few minutes just to show gratitude, even if you can say to your guides, to your angels, to the goddesses and gods, thank you. Okay, and I'm not saying and I know it's difficult when there is something that happens to us. It's hard to be grateful for that. And I'm not saying life's a lesson. Lessons we learn is part of this journey. Okay, now I pray and hope that there is nothing on a very serious nature that can happen around this, but I'm just saying, feminines, this week, just be on guard. Okay, just be on guard that there may be some opposition happening here, and it's not coming from your twin. Your twin is there. Okay, it's coming from the outside. It's over here. Okay, it's not coming from your twin. It's not coming from your union. In order to maintain this, to sort of keep in touch with your twin, just remember to go in, do the work. Okay, because, that was heavy. That was really heavy, I know. And look, there's always going to be things that come up, okay? You know, just be mindful, okay? Just be mindful. The Sethian energies are more like Saturn type energies. He does represent negative forces, and we know we have the strength. We are still grounded, so we have the strength. As long as we remember what's coming up, okay? What is coming up here is the Ankh, my favorite card. It's twin flame union, the key to life, the love force, life, beautiful. Okay, as long as we do the work, this is what we've got. Okay, so I know there may be some delays, but how can we? I mean, those of you who've been with me for a while now, you know what the Ankh means to me. It is very much a beautiful symbol of love, unconditional love. It doesn't get better than this, okay? Doesn't get better than this. Feminine, feeling the love, overcoming life's obstacles, setting the ego aside. This is what is waiting for you. Getting through anything that happens, this is what is waiting for you. And the masculine over here is just, bit of laughter and going, it's about time. Okay, it's about time you actually got through all that stuff and then you're here now. Thank you. Mirror reflection here. Okay, he's laughing to himself. He's going, yeah, I've been waiting for you. Honey, I've been waiting for you. Waiting for you to get through that other stuff. Okay, we've often got this balancing happening. Okay, this is what's going on. Big balance. This is nice balance here. Okay, I'm going to read about the legend, about Set, just to sort of go back there. just on a lighter note, I didn't want to read it before because I really needed to hone in on that message to you, what's been guided for me to let you know. So the legend has it that Set trapped and killed his brother Osiris and usurped his throne. So he came to represent the personification of negative forces and darkness against the light. Chaos as against constructive creativity, but the Egyptians did not accept the eternal damnation theme. Once Horus had defeated Set and restored kingdom of Osiris, Set was banished for a period of adjustment, after which he will perpetually be allowed to return and assume his rightful place in the Osirian scheme of things. The whole story is so similar to the Christian myth of Lucifer and Saint Michael that it makes wonder which came first. Set was basically the manifestation of blind force. Storm and thunder were sometimes ascribed to him, as were all untoward events, drought, harsh conditions, death and the dissolution of the body. Low cunning gave him advantage over those whom he sought to destroy, which is why the Egyptians always warned disciples of Osiris, which is the light, to be on guard against Set's possible tricks, as his dealings were never straightforward. Most of Set's activities were connected with his implacable hostility toward Osiris and Horus, the spirits of fertility and order. And the legend of Set's defeat by Horus, we are told that Horus employed the office of the law, whereas Set replied with trickery and brute force. Therein lies a wisdom teaching, which implies that as man evolves spiritually, law and order must eventually triumph over chaos and brutality. There are several accounts as to what was supposed to have happened to Set after Horus defeated him. According to one story, he was given the menial task of ferrying the bark of Ra and warding off the serpent Apep until such time as he had made compensation to all those who had previously wronged. Another tale sees him bound over in Luciferian fashion for 1,000 years, while a third version designates him god of storms, who has been ordered to confine his nuisance factor to the realms of natural phenomena. During some later periods in Egyptian history, there were even those who worshipped him, doubtless seeing his might is right attitude, some chance for their own material improvement. As has previously been mentioned, there are many students of the occult today who believe that the Set-Horus contest is still taking place. And that is so true. Dark against light. It's consistent. What are twin flame partnerships? What are we doing? We're actually fighting off the darkness and bringing towards the light. That's what's going on. So it is a constant battle. But as legend has it with the ancient Egyptian legend, the golden age of Horus will eventually replace the Sethian era as the energies of Aquarius are slowly released. Then once again, order will replace chaos, love will take over from hatred, and light will conquer darkness. We love it. Let's have some more. I thought it was important to read that because I like these cards just have so many stories around them, and especially because of the goddesses and the gods and things like that. So this was important to really read that. So this is the light overcoming the darkness. Now I know we've been going for a while now. I'm just going to pull another card just to see what we're going. Okay. All right, that makes perfect sense. We've seen this one before, the buckle of Isis or the knot of Isis. It's a fertility symbol, remember? So placing it up here, hard work, growth with sacrifice. What that means and how it relates in this situation, and I'll just put them together there so we can see all of them. The delays, the oppositions are happening here, but there is growth, okay? There is growth because it means that because of anything happening, be it whether it's something happening on a material sense, on a spiritual sense, there is still growth, okay? There is still growth. It just might mean that for a time the feminine still need to do some work, master the ego, overcome life's difficulties as best as they possibly can. Remember to live in the light. Okay, always show gratitude and appreciation. Now, well, that was heavy. This is a heavy card, and it just is just really showing us that there's still work to be done. But otherwise, let's clear out that let's clear out that dark energies now. Let's focus. The key to life, the life force, love, unconditional love. The mirror of the twins. Anubis, which, at the end of the day, we'll look back and laugh at all the things that we had to go through, the things that we had to endure. Remember, it's part of what we signed up for. Okay, so let's have a look at what our beautiful goddess Isis has for us as far as a ritual this week. So I'm going to shuffle the cards and I'm going to call in Isis, goddess of light and love, unconditional love. Please give us guidance that we know for this week and specifically around this Sethian energy. If you can please give us guidance of what we could do to best work with this energy so that we can come forward to this one here. I thank you, Goddess Isis. Okay. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. This pyramid of light. Take a look at this card here. This is a beautiful, beautiful ritual. Okay. I'm going to read through what it is. And I'll just yes, I've got the booklet here. Now, this is the Alana Fairchild Isis Oracle. Okay, Alana Fairchild. Beautiful oracle. I love working with this oracle. And she's amazing. Funny enough, she's actually Australian too. So, but her Isis cards, she does the Rumi cards as well and a lot of many other ones. So let's have a look. Pyramid of light, psychic protection. Now, isn't that great? That's good news. So, twins, smile. Step your vibration deeper into love. As a being growing in significant light, darker energies can become more attracted to you. There is nothing to fear and only more mastery and awareness of the power and protection of divine love. To experience here is guidance on the skills you have within you now to deal with any undesired interference. I think I'm going to actually just put that there so that you can, let me see, what can I gather here? Let's take one of my pyramids here. Pyramid of light. Okay. Don't know if that's going to stand up for me. I wanted you to actually have that whereby you can see that. Even if I hold it up there, it's not going to hold. I do apologize. I wanted you to see that, but let's just keep it there. Over the set card, I think that's a perfect place for it to be. Okay. I do apologize. Okay, so we've got our pyramid here guarding us, and we've got our pyramid of light. Okay, moving on. This oracle brings you confirmation that you are growing spiritually, and as such, there are higher levels of responsibility and skill required of you to continue to thrive and blossom to even deeper places of spiritual expansion. These new levels will feel joyful to you as they bring you to greater personal mastery and freedom from fear. Sometimes when you are growing your light, darker energies become more interested in you. So sometimes when you are growing your light, darker energies become more interested in you. This is what this is all about. This is nothing to be afraid of because no energy can interfere with you without your permission. And if you have unconsciously given permission by action or deed in this or other lifetimes, you have the free will to withdraw that permission from a place of peace and love with you right now. The key to handling any energy effectively, even that energy which you no longer wish to have connected to your energy field, is to have compassion and respect in your heart, combined with a firm boundary and in understanding of the principles of psychic protection. There are practices which are easy and helpful for you to use to nurture your light and make it easier to go into that place of inner peace and love on a daily basis, and that help to protect and nourish the energy of your home and workplace too. One such practice recommended for you now is the Pyramid of Light. This can be added to any other spiritual or inner work practice and yet will also stand on its own. It can be used on a person, a physical space such as a home or workplace, or a venue for a special occasion, and even placed around a project. The ritual below will clear you at any time you feel that there are forces interfering with your free will or life plans. Sometimes you just sense blocks that you know are not coming from within you, and you know are not serving the higher unfoldment, and they need to be released. You can use this ritual or a skilled spiritual healer to help you with this process, but know that what you most need is a compassionate heart and enough confidence to realize that you alone give or revoke permission for any being connected with your energy field, seeking to exert influence over your thoughts, actions, or life choices, either consciously or not. Sometimes we just need to remind ourselves of the power of our free will and choice. If any being in the physical world or the inner worlds ever tells you that you have no power of choice as a human being, do not believe them. They are in deception and they are not to be trusted. They may believe what they are saying, but they are not honoring the innate spiritual gift of free will that every human soul was given as a gift in gratitude for coming to this earth to help with service to her awakening. Your free will is your most fundamental spiritual inheritance as a human being, and it cannot be taken by another except in illusion. Once you realize this, you can claim back your power at any time. The Pyramid of Light says that you may have beings who think they are helping you, but are not of unconditional love, and therefore are better to be released from your energy field. These beings may or may not be in a physical form. They may or may not appear as very spiritual teachers or helpers. The oracle indicates that there are also thoughts, feelings, and other energies around you that are not helping you. And with the easy ritual, you can clear all that and feel that your path is clearer and easier with less fog and confusion. Okay, so let's just go into a beautiful space. I'm going to go through the ritual right now. Sit quietly, preferably with your legs crossed underneath you or on a chair with your back straight and your arms resting in your lap, your palms facing upwards and your fingers just resting open. Imagine, sense, perceive or feel an enormous shining eye of the divine gazing out from the center of the sun. Imagine that this enormous eye in the center of the sun is made of pure white light with flecks of neon violet in the center and around the edges of every light particle. The light is electric violet, alive and powerful with spiritual energy. Imagine this huge eye as a powerful point of light above your head. Then visualize, sense, perceive, or intend that this point of light shoots out in 4 distinct directions, landing as 4 separate points beneath you, forming a square base for your pyramid of light, with each point joining together. The base of the pyramid of light is filled with electric violet light. Each of the 4 corners of the base shoot light up to the point above your head, forming the apex, and 4 sides of the pyramid of light, which then are filled with electric violet light. You are completely encompassed within your pyramid of light. Imagine within the pyramid of light, 7 stars of light now form, made of pure white light with neon violet in the center and in the edges of every light particle. Each star of light within your pyramid aligns with each of your 7 energy centers. 1 at the top of your head, the next at your forehead, the next at your throat, then your heart space in the center of your chest, your solar plexus, around the abdominal area, the belly, and the base of the spine. Then 2 additional stars form above the crown and beneath your body in the earth, all contained within your pyramid of light. If the pyramid needs to expand in size to allow for these additional 2 stars to fit comfortably within, let that happen now. Finally, allow 4 smaller stars to form in the palms of the hands and soles of the feet. You are completely and thoroughly contained within your cleansing, protective pyramid of light now. Stay there for a few moments and really feel it. Say aloud now with a firm, peaceful and loving voice that does not waver. As a sovereign being of light, I now claim full ownership of my energy field, and any being or entity that is draining my energy or fueling me with fear no longer has my permission to be in my energy field. You must leave, beloveds. I honor you and wish you well, but you cannot stay here anymore and you cannot return. Of my own free will and through divine grace and the protection of unconditional love, this is now, so be it. And again, as a sovereign being of light, I now claim full ownership of my energy field, And any being or entity that is draining my energy or fueling me with fear no longer has my permission to be in my energy field. You must leave, beloveds. I honor you and wish you well, but you cannot stay here anymore, and you cannot return. Of my own free will and through divine grace and the protection of unconditional love, this is now so. As a sovereign being of light, I now claim full ownership of my energy field. And any being or entity that is draining my energy or fueling me with fear no longer has my permission to be in my energy field. You must leave, beloveds. I honor you and wish you well, but you cannot stay here anymore, and you cannot return. Of my own free will and through divine grace and the protection of unconditional love, this is now so. So be it. Okay, remember to always come, when you speak this, always come, and when you need to repeat it, come from a place of love. Now say aloud once, I ask that this pyramid be held in place for the coming week or for however long serves my highest good. I program it to deflect negative energies and allow it to continue to leave, allow the negative energies to continue to leave my body, mind and energy field. I also program it to allow positive energies to enter and remain in my body, mind and energy field. Through the grace of the divine and my own free will, so be it. You can also repeat the following incantation, and then once you've finished, you may open your eyes. Or you can say the incantation at any time to call on the highest psychic protection as you feel you need it. And if you are going through something really tough, then of course you can do the full ritual for the week. And if you have to, then of course do it more. However, you can say the following incantation at any time. I am love. I am light. To manage my energy field, I have every right. Compassion, peace and strength I am. I witness the dark with peace in my heart. In my energy there is space only for love that is unconditional and gentle as the dove. I am unconditional love. I am unconditional love. I am unconditional love. There we have it. Now, if that was not a prayer for divine guidance, then I'm not sure what was. Honestly, I wish you all a beautiful week. I wish lots of love, light, and pure light energy to permeate through towards you all. Remember the pyramid of light. Remember what it is there for us. And I also like to thank you for all your comments and your email messages and subscribing and booking readings with me. I really appreciate your support. And of course, if you'd like to donate to keep this channel running, then of course the details are below. Have a beautiful week. I send beautiful blessings to you all, and I will be with you next time. Thank you.